Okay, let's just go ahead and start because otherwise I'll never post this video. So I haven't posted a YouTube video in like 11 months. So I figured that it'd be fun to just sort of jump back in with everything I knit in 2024 and show y'all like the past year of my knitting and go from there. So I'm Haley. I'm Bitter Kitten Crafts on Instagram and YouTube. I'm a knitter and a crocheter and a painter, and I'm also a nanny. And I live just outside DC with my husband and my 2 cats. And that's about it. Let's get started. I didn't knit that much. I mean, for myself. In past years, I've knit a lot more garments, but I'm really happy with what I've knit, and I am really excited to show it to y'all. But it's less than I've knit in previous years, but I'm still really excited about it. So I'll start with the small stuff. So I got married in November, and I knit my husband a pocket square for our wedding. I wanted to knit myself a wedding shawl, but it was literally just like too big of a commitment, and it was just too much. And so I just decided to go small. And so I knit this little pocket square. This is called the Jaunty SOB pocket square. And I don't remember the designer, but I'll put it here. And this was like a moss stitch. It's all creased because I ironed it. But it's like a little moss stitch pocket square with like a little stockinette border. And I knit this after a recommendation from Knits by Mandy. She is someone who's also in the DMV area, and she put out a video of like wedding knit recommendations. And so I took this directly from her video, and it was a great recommendation. It took me like, like a week-ish to knit this while I was working on other stuff. And I knit it in 100% alpaca from Kipperoo Farms, which is like a farm up in Maryland, and they sell 20-gram minis of undyed alpaca. So this is an undyed yarn, and it turned out lovely. I mean, the drape is crazy, and I don't know, my husband liked it, but it's also, nothing crazy. Maybe it'll be an heirloom and we'll pass it down. I don't know. It's cute. So that's the first thing. And I wish I had knit more small things, honestly, more accessories this year, because those are always the things I find myself using the most. So I'll go on with my next accessory. This is also a gift for my husband. This is the Traveling Cables hat by Purl Soho. And I just wanted a quick project because I really got stuck on a couple garments this year. They took me like literal months. So I figured it'd be nice to just have sort of a buffer. So this is knit in Yoth yarns, Yarn on the House yarns, in the colorway Golden Kiwi. And it's their merino cashmere nylon blend. And it's just like a cabled hat. It's honestly nothing crazy. It was a free pattern. I really liked it. I'll definitely knit another one. Usually I use, oh, this is the booger, my cat. Usually I use Jason's cashmere hat, which is a pattern by Sweet Fiber, for my cabled beanies, but I wanted something a little more complicated, and I don't know if you can see it, the MCN blend, I was like sort of concerned the cables wouldn't pop, but they honestly look great. So I'm really happy with that. And this was just like a ball I had rattling around in my stash, so I just used up like one ball of DK yarn. So nothing crazy with that one too. So now we're gonna move on to garments. I knit several summer garments, but I'm gonna start with my cold weather garments because those are the ones I've been wearing now in January. So I'll start with the bulkiest one. So this is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna try these on. I'm gonna try to like put a video in, but it might be too much work, so we'll find out. If I put them in, then you're welcome. So this is, I followed the pattern for the Aquamarline by Park and Knit, Park Williams, which is a bulky weight. You're supposed to hold 3 strands of worsted together and like do like a marled little cropped sweater with like balloon sleeves. But I changed the pattern, I mean, obviously quite a lot. So I started with the XL size and I cast on for the XL, and then I knitted until I had the double XL. But I also changed the gauge from like a size 13. No, it was supposed to be knit on like size 10s, and I knitted on size 13s, and I used just bulky instead of holding 3 strands of worsted, and I knit it as a cardigan. So it's a bottom up raglan. So I basically just like didn't connect it in the round, and it just is just a cardigan because I just simply didn't connect in the round. But then I picked up, for the button band. But I followed all of the raglan increases, or I guess the raglan decreases, like the exact same way. as if I had been knitting it in the round. I just literally didn't connect it. So it turned into this huge, awesome balloon sleeve cardigan, and I had a bunch of different yarns that I used. So I can kind of tell you some of the colors. This is Magpie Fibers yarn. They're local to me in Maryland. This is from the Scranton Stitcher, sorry. The Scranton Stitcher is one of my friends on Instagram, and she has beautiful yarn. So this is one of her really popular colorways, and I'm obsessed with it. And then the gold yarn is also from a local dyer to me. It's 29 Bridges. And they're based in like Annapolis area, Maryland. And this is like a second color that they had at Maryland Sheep and Wool. So I bought 3 balls of it. Basically the rest is just random bulky stuff I had in my stash, and I just used it up. So this was, I mean, this is obviously visibly, it's like heavy, you know, it's more like a coat. And I do wear it like as an outer layer most of the time. Cause I can wear a whole long sleeve shirt underneath because the sleeves are just like huge. So this has been a really, really wearable piece. I mean, you can see the cuffs are like felting because I do wear it like a lot. I think I probably could have gone down 1 needle size just for like the structural integrity, but I love the size of this. I'd love to make another Aquamarline cardigan in the initial intention, which is like 3 strands of worsted. I think it'd be a really cool marled piece. So this is definitely something that I actually wear, which is not true of all my knitting, so that's a plus. Okay, let's go ahead with my next cardigan. So I knit 2 cardigans this year. One of them was that giant one, and then one of them is like a more classy one. So this is the Felix cardigan by Amy Christoffers, and this is definitely a much different vibe than the other one. I'm trying to show the lace panels, but I don't know because the yarn is so dark if you can see it. There's like these little sections of lace on the shoulder. I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with this pattern. It's a pretty popular one on Ravelry. But the yarn I used is Kelbourne Woolen's Lucky Tweed in the colorway Raisin. And it has these really cute little pink and purple, oh, that's great lighting, yeah, the pink and purple tweedy bits. Like, they really pop. I think they're so pretty. And I used vintage buttons on this one, although I don't ever wear it buttoned at all. But look at the buttons, they're so pretty. I'm really, really happy with this cardigan. I do wear it like for dressier things, honestly. This one has gotten a lot less wear than the other cardigan because I don't tend to just like throw it on with jeans or leggings. And that was one of my goals for this year, actually, after knitting this. This was my first FO of 2024. I kind of realized that I need more things I can just wear with leggings or wear like with jeans or wear like on a random Wednesday. Because a lot of my knits that I've made previously, you know, you have to like style it and it's like a whole thing. So I like a lot more that I can just wear stuff with leggings. So the rest of the stuff you'll see is way more casual than this one. This is like the dressiest thing I made this year. And I do wear it. I wear it to like brunch with the grandparents and stuff, you know, but I don't wear it like on a random Wednesday that much. It's like dressy. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be because of the tweed, but it's quite dressy. So let's keep going. We're kind of in summer stuff now. I only knit one other long sleeved sweater. So actually I might as well show that. This is easily the winner of the most worn award for 2024. I finished this in like May, and I wore it pretty much all fall. Like every time I didn't know what to wear, I just put this on. So this, I'm not sure if you can see all of it. This is the Big Rib by Jesssie Maed. And it's so comfy, so cozy. This was my second version of this pattern, and I'm actually knitting a third right now and like the one more size up from this. So I knit the XL in this, but my gauge was off. I was intending for it to be a 50-inch bust because I have like a 47-inch bust. So I was intending for like 3 inches of positive ease, and I'm pretty much right at like 0 inches of ease with this because I knitted on this needle size recommended and I should have gone up a needle size. But I still love it. This is definitely in the theme of like, I can wear it with jeans, I can wear it with leggings. I just sort of throw it on like any random day. It's knit in, it's like felting a little bit, but it's knit in Madeline Tosh, Tosh Merino Light. I don't know if y'all remember, but when they were like going out of business, they had that 40% off, 50% off sale. and I got 3 skeins of single ply at that time, and then I sat on them for like 4 years, as I do, and I finally knitted into something. So this is, I don't even know the color. It's like a one-of-a-kind purple color and then a gray color. So it ended up being 4 skeins of yarn total. I guess I had like 2 of each color, and then I held them together, and then the cuffs are just one of the colors held. Like I just used one because I thought it looked cute to have a little slight difference. But this pattern's super easy. It's 4x4 ribbing, so it's like real stretchy and fun, and yeah, like really casual sort of sweatshirty vibe. I love both versions I've made. The other one I made in 2023, and it's a strand of worsted and a strand of Surrey. So it's significantly warmer than this one. This one I wore it like the whole fall because it's really light. You know, it's knit on size 10 needles, and it's just 2 strands of single ply yarn held together. So it's really not, frankly, like not warm, like at all. Like today it's January, it's like 20 degrees. I couldn't wear it today. It's like too cold. But yeah, obviously I love the pattern. If I've knit it 3 times, I am like a chronic, like a serial repeat knitter. One of the patterns I'm going to show you, I've knit like 8 of them. And I'm also a serial Jesssie Maed knitter because I really love basics. But I would recommend this pattern. I have to reblock this sweater like every month or so because it does like scrunch up with the ribbing. So then I have to keep reblocking it to just make it flat so that it fits over my body good. But other than that, you know, no notes. Honestly, it's not that exciting. It's just a purple sweater, but I think it's really cute. It's very easy to style. So those were all my long sleeve garments. So now let's move on to short sleeve garments. And there's four of them. So yeah, we're kind of flying through this. Let's start with the most worn short sleeve garment. And then there's one I have an issue with that I'll show you too. So this is, again, like the purple one, the big rib was like easily most worn of 2024. This is runner up for sure. This is the Mount Pleasant tee by Megan Nodecker. Her handle is Pip and Pin on Instagram. And this is the most beautiful yarn I've ever used, literally ever. I did not alternate skeins, but look how beautiful the yarn is. It's also called Northern Chevaler is the colorway, which is, sorry, the inauguration's Monday, so there's like a lot of action going on, which I don't love. Yeah, so this is, it's Cardigan Farms Treasure Collection Silk Merino Blend. I think that's right, but I'll put it here. This is like easily runner up for my most worn shirt of the year, top of the year. And it's like a half silk, half merino wool blend. And this is the drapiest yarn I've pretty much ever used besides alpaca, which I don't love wearing garments with alpaca because they always stretch weird. Oh, this is my other cat. And yeah, this garment, it fits beautifully. The drape is stunning, and I didn't alternate skeins on this, and you really can't even tell. So it's like slightly cropped little t-shirt. The bottom has this just like 3 repeats of a lace panel, and honestly it's a super easy lace repeat. This is my second time knitting this garment, and it's a bottom up sweater with no short rows. So at first I was like sort of skeptical on the fit, but the fit is amazing. You do shaping in the back to basically alleviate the need for short rows, and it's a very, very simple pattern, but the end result is gorgeous. So at Maryland Sheep and Wool this coming May, I'm absolutely planning to purchase more of this yarn. I don't know if I'll knit the same exact pattern. The designer has another pattern that's a similar shape, but a different, it's like a slightly different neck and like a slightly different lace paneling. So I think I'll probably choose that one, maybe like a green, that'd be so pretty. But if you ever have the opportunity to get this yarn, do it. Oh my God, I loved knitting with this. This was also like a 3-week project. I did size up in needles. The pattern recommends a 4, but I figured with the silk content, like I just went up to a 5. And I just want to show the lace. It's really cute, like just a little scallopy lace repeat. It's easy. The lace, I finished the lace in like 2 days. Like it was quite an easy little knit for the summer. So yeah, I can't say enough about this pattern. So I love this pattern so much that I knit a second one. So let me show you. So I knit a second one of this pattern, but I changed it a little. Just a little, meaning I just changed the lace to like 2x2 ribbing. I think it's 2x2. Yeah, it's 3x3 ribbing. So I just changed the lace like ever so slightly, but it's not, it's because I did the stripes. So I figured it'd be crazy to do the lace and the stripes. And this is basically just, I have like a big pickle jar of all of my fingering weight scraps. And so these are all 75-25 merino scraps that I just sort of striped together in this pattern and just like randomly. This was such an easy knit. I just had a lot of, I mean, you can imagine, like I had so many ends to weave in, and that was the only crazy part about this, was just the quantity of ends was off the hook. Like it was terrible. And so, and I'm trying to find it. Yeah, you can see like I really just 1 trillion ends, because each row is only like 4 rows, 3 rows. So that was a regretful choice, but like in terms of the effect of the fabric, it's so worth it. It's just, I mean, I wouldn't do that again, I don't think. But yeah, I really recommend this pattern. It's the Mount Pleasant Tee by Pippin Pen, and I definitely will knit more patterns by her, especially with that silk yarn. So this was another little quick and easy project that I couldn't stop. Like the stripes were just so fun. And I think they turned out, the colors are really pretty. Okay, so I kind of like whizzed through a bunch of those. So I only have 2 left. One of them I have not worn yet at all because it has a boo-boo. And then the other one is a ranunculus. So if y'all are watching my YouTube video, I'm assuming you know what this pattern is. This is the ranunculus by Midori Hirose. It is not, I am not an original knitter to have knit this. This is something that I had like a really weird quantity of stash yarn, and I had the pattern in my library, and I kind of was just like, whatever. I'll just spend like 10 days knitting this pattern. And so, yeah, this was like a very quick project. I knit this in Lion Brand Chainette Alpaca Blend yarn. It's quite a thick yarn. I honestly could have probably gone up a needle size because the lace is not super poppin'. Let's see. That's a little better. But it's just a little cropped tee. Honestly, the fit of this, so I've knit 2 of these ranunculi. One of them I gave to my mom. This is the other one. They were both in Lion Brand Chainette yarn, and hers is like a blue. Honestly, the fit, like I was shocked. The fit is great. So I have another plan to knit this sweater again in like a bright blue sport weight cotton yarn, and I think the fit will be completely different and more drapey, because this one, like, I mean, like I said, like, even though it's alpaca, like the drape is like not it, but you know, what can you do? It's also like, if we're ranking things from least to most worn, this is like squarely in the bottom quadrant, because it's just weird to wear a heavy wool alpaca blend short sleeve shirt. Like I pretty much exclusively could wear this in like October, and that was it, because I knitted in, my mom's birthday's in September, so I knitted in like August, September-ish, and then I just, like, I wore it like probably 3 times maybe. I mean, it's cute, and like I'll wear it during that one specific window of time when it's 50 degrees and sunny, you know, but as far as practical knits go, like this wasn't it. But in terms of hitting the goal of knitting things that I can wear with jeans, this is definitely it. So I think you can tell, like, the past 4 projects I've shown, they've all been just like throw them on kind of projects. This last one, I was hoping for the same thing, where it was just like a quick throw on kind of knitted tee. It didn't turn out as good as I hoped, but the yarn is so pretty. So this is, oh, and there's a hole in it. So that's the main reason I haven't worn it, is I just moved, and somehow in the move, my tee got a hole. So yeah, so I haven't worn this one literally once since I finished it in like June, which I'm disappointed about, but I made a poor choice. So, okay, so let me start over. So this is the Cozy Classic Light by Jesssie Maed. If you know me, you know that I have knitted, I think this is my 8th one of the Cozy Classic Light. This is the worst fitting one I've made. All the rest of them are, one of them short sleeved and the rest are all long sleeved, and one of them's like a Christmas sweater. So they all have like use cases. They have use cases, it's fine. I wear them. I like just like a plain sweater. Like, it's like, you know, like this, just like a plain sweater. So I kind of was hoping for like something beachy. We were at the beach when I was ending this, and I just like made a mistake. So I had, this yarn is Yarn Hero, which is local to me, and I bought this at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and it was her mill ends, and they were beautiful, and there were 2 skeins of this green, and so I just sort of snapped it up for like 28 bucks for both of them, and I just bought it. And then I couldn't find a yarn to match the edging, so I ended up going to the local yarn store that was at the beach in Cape Cod, and that was an unsuccessful situation, because I ended up finding only lace weight white was like the only yarn that would really work with my situation, and she wouldn't let me touch any of the yarn. It was very weird. So I held the lace weight double for the sleeves and the collar and the ribbing, and it's fine on the bottom ribbing, but on the sleeves and on the collar, like I think you can even see it, it's like too heavy for the situation. So I have to rip it all out and find just like undyed sock yarn and do it all over again. I mean, you cast this on, it's a raglan, so I cast on at the neck, and then I had to rip out the neck that I had made, because I had tried like purple, because purple was the wrong choice, obviously. So it's like a significantly wider neck than like a typical Cozy Classic Light, which is cute if I can fix it. Then it'd be a cute little boat neck kind of tee. But the sleeves like stick up, kind of. They don't drape that good. So this is definitely, I mean, that's why I showed it last. This is definitely like a work in progress situation. I might keep it and fix the cuffs and the collar. I might frog the entire thing and start over, or I was thinking I might knit it into that Mount Pleasant tee again, because I only have 200 grams of the green, so I don't really have a lot of options between like the self-striping situation and the lack of extra. I can't get more. So yeah, so if you have any suggestions on what to do with this, like please comment, because I'm just sort of like, the color's just so pretty, but the outcome was just not it. It's not a wearable piece right now. So that's part of the reason I haven't repaired the hole, is because I might just entirely frog it. But that would be kind of a bummer because it's just so pretty. But I do have more of her mill ends in like a dark purpley magenta and orange to knit a little cardigan. So that's a project for 2025. So I guess that's the last thing I made. Definitely the least successful, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be back with more YouTube content in 2025. I'm sort of transitioning my social media situation, I think a lot of us are, to other more reliable platforms than Meta. So I'm really hoping I'll be back on YouTube here, and I can't wait to show you what I make in 2025. Thanks for watching. Bye.